Okay, I might be a bit late for this bandwagon, but it's a sort of a discussion video, part 3 of Unpopular Opinions. I'm whispering because it's a bit late, and like I said, I might be a bit late on this bandwagon, because I haven't seen the reviews for Paper Mario Color Splash, but I'm gonna say to you people, what's with all the Paper Mario hate right now? What is it? What's it about? I've always liked Paper Mario, and even though I haven't played the original, I have played Paper Mario Thousand Year Door and Super Paper Mario, which people consider big games of the series. And I understand what you mean when you say that they're losing their RPG elements. I totally agree with that. It's shit. That some of the things are just shit, I'm going to agree with. The fact that they got rid of the whole health thing, that pissed me off. It did. Something chronic, it pissed me off. The whole levelling and health thing was just, turn-based thing was just gone, and that annoyed me. It did. Because it wasn't the game I expected. But just because a game isn't what you expected doesn't mean you should hate it. Just because it's not what you wanted. You know, that's like saying, if you got a Snickers bar instead of a Refreshers, like you wanted, then, you know, it might not be what you wanted, but it's still a bloody Snickers bar. It's delicious, you know. It's just, you shouldn't hate Snickers bars forever because it's not what you wanted. That's the kind of logic that people have when they review games. And then Paper Mario was okay, as far as I was concerned. Paper Mario 1, everyone loves. Mario RPG, everyone loves. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, everybody loves. Super Paper Mario, some people didn't quite like it, but generally everyone liked it. Super Paper Mario was pretty good. And then, suddenly, Paper Mario Sticker Star, oh, it's absolute crap. Why? I don't really understand why. I mean, I know they did do quite a bit of an innovation with getting rid of the levelling thing and using the coins, using the stickers instead, and that is a bit of a pain in the ass. But, you know, RPGs are made to be a pain in the ass in the way. You know, they are about fetching stuff, and, you know, I didn't think it was that much of an inconvenience to go back and get the stickers and such. I didn't think it was such a big deal. Most people thought it was, but, you know, I'm not wasting my time, and, you know, I got the game to have fun, and, you know, going back revisiting areas isn't that big of a hassle, because the areas were pretty small anyway. It was pretty easy to go back and pretty easy to remember where they were, because they usually had some good story convenience. Like if you wanted to get the tap one, which I found was very useful, then you needed to pick it up at the hose inside the mountain, and, you know, you always know where that is. So it's pretty easy. As far as I was concerned, that wasn't such a big deal to me. And finding the whole Toads thing and all that, I thought that collectible thing was cool. I liked the way that the game registered all the things you collected and had a special room where you could see them all. I really like that. I really like it when games encourage collectibles and make it easier for you to do it. And collecting all the stickers is a good thing as well. I really like that. Although I do have to admit, not having the right sticker is really annoying. And a pain in the ass, especially considering the bosses. I understand the bosses. The bosses you can only kill with a particular sticker that's made from a real item. And if you don't have that one, then you're bound to lose. I don't like that. Fair enough, I don't like that. I don't like that with everyone else. Because that's just a cheap cop-out, isn't it? But this isn't the first game that's done that kind of thing. You know, like if you play things like Binding of Isaac, or, you know, randomizer games, or games with like maybe Mega Man, where you have to have certain ones of certain weaknesses, but you have to beat another one first in order for you to use that weakness. That's convoluted and annoying, but no one complains about that. Mega Man's the best game ever. So, you know, there are some things that you should be able to let slide. And I think that Paper Mario Sticker Star isn't that bad a game. That's my unpopular opinion. I'm not saying it's great. I'm not saying it's a Mario RPG. I wouldn't say it is. It's so far off Mario RPG, I wouldn't even call it Mario RPG or Paper Mario anymore. I would call it a different game. It's like a different title. But when you think of it as a different title, it's still fun in the long run, and that's all that matters, really. You buy a game to have fun. Fair enough, if you spent all your money expecting on something you didn't get, then I think that's fair enough for you to be angry. But you were just stupid to buy the game when you didn't get the reviews yet, you know. And that's why you check reviews first, and you check gameplay footage first, you know, like I do. And when I saw that it wasn't what I was expected, I was like, and then I waited for it to get a bit cheaper, and I bought it anyway, and it was fun. I mean, I haven't played it in a while. It did get a little bit tedious, it does. But it's still not a bad game. I don't think it deserves as much flack as it does get. On those levels, I really do love Mario and Luigi games. And my favourite Mario and Luigi game is the Partners in Time one. Because that was one of the first ones I played rather than Superstar, although I have tried Superstar a bit afterwards, and that one is a great one as well, I have to admit. But I do prefer the Time one, although I think that's only because of nostalgic reasons. I do love that game. And I do find it really sad that the last game by the original director was released, which was the Dream one. And I have to say, I don't know whether this is an unpopular opinion, but I don't like Luigi's Dreamscape. I didn't like that one that much. It just felt like the emotion and the feel had gone. It felt a bit empty, that's the problem. And it was a little bit too easy in a way. All the other ones had something to them. That game just felt a bit convoluted rather than being puzzly, you know what I mean? It just felt awkward. It didn't really feel fun. It just felt like the charm was gone. Which was so sad, because the whole game was meant to be about Luigi, and he was my favourite character, yet they screwed it up. I don't know how they did that, but they did. My favourite character was screwed up, so I'm like, oh, it was really disappointing. Well, I could tell you what is an unpopular opinion. A lot of the time with Mario and Luigi RPG games, people say that they love Bowser's Inside Story, and that was my least favourite of the Paper Mario series. In fact, I pretty much hated that one. I mean, I came to terms with it a bit later, and I don't hate it anymore. I just think it's not as good as the other ones. But I didn't like Bowser's Inside Story. I mean, it's partially because it's on the inside, and that's kind of gross to begin with. But also, the whole transitioning between two different screens was a bit of a hassle. It was a nice gimmick at first, but then when you get through the things and you have to figure out what you've missed, and you have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth all the damn time, it's really irritating. It gets irritating fast, I'm telling you. Plus that whole thing, mini-game, where you have to keep on smacking the things back with the cannon, that became tedious bloody fast. It really did. I bloody hated that mini-game by the end. Especially considering how awkward it got. There were quite a lot of awkward mini-games in that thing. It was supposed to be fun by playing different games, but whenever it differentiated, it ended up being irritating. I mean, I loved the parts where I played as Bowser. Those bits were great. I loved playing as Bowser and using special abilities and pushing blocks and punching things. That was fun, but those pieces of the game were so short-lived. Because instead of using the new gimmicks, most of it was just inside Bowser's body, which was just a gross version of a copy of an earlier Mario and Luigi game. It didn't really feel that interesting. It was just bleh. What is this? Why can't I just go through some nice grass and do the same thing? Why do I have to do it in this gross intestines? It just didn't feel right, and it felt like the whole game was based on a Zelda dungeon. And there's another unpopular opinion, I guess. I don't like Zelda. People are going to hate me for this. I don't like Zelda. Zelda games, I mean. I do like some Zelda games. I do like some of them a lot. It's kind of like Sonic. I do like some of them a lot, and when I do like one, I really like it. But when I don't, I just don't. And I don't like some of the most popular ones. I don't like I don't like Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and I don't like A Link to the Past. Well, no, I mean, I like I don't like the 3D one on the 64, whatever that one was called. I don't like that one. The one that everyone likes, I don't like. I also really don't like Zelda Twilight Princess, and I don't think I'm alone on that one, but quite a lot of people do like Twilight Princess. I really didn't like Twilight Princess. Really didn't like it. Skyward Sword was okay, but better than the other games like Twilight Princess, which I thought the aiming was shit on that. I was watching Game Grumps and they were saying that the aiming was fantastic. I'm like, what the hell are you on? Are you high? The aiming is shit in that game. It just doesn't work. It didn't work for me anyway. I just could not attack anything. I just kept on dying so easy in that game. I mean, it makes me sound like I'm a bit of a pussy saying that I don't like the game because I can't win it. I'm not saying that. I did get quite a bit through. I did give a very good effort on Twilight Princess. I really wanted to like it, but I just didn't. I didn't like it. I didn't like the feel. It felt just too grayscale. It didn't look colourful enough. It didn't really make me feel invested. It didn't really make me feel like I was making a difference. You know, like with Okami, when everything's grey and then when you finish the stage things get colourful. Might have been a good idea if Twilight Princess did that. I mean, I think it did, but the thing is, it only went from one grayscale to a slightly brighter grayscale. The whole game is grey. It just doesn't really... It feels unnecessary, quite a lot of things in that game. I mean, the horse system, again, just felt tedious. You know, I don't know, it just didn't appeal to me at all. It just felt way too convoluted to do such simple things. You know, I just wanted to play a classic Zelda game, you know, where you go into a dungeon, you pull some switches, you fight some enemies, you save the day, you know. But Twilight Princess is just so convoluted. And the temples, oh god, the temples. When I played any of the modern 3D Zelda games, Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess, all of those, I hate the dungeons. I just can't do any of the dungeons. I hate them. I remember when I was playing the original really popular one with the Deku Tree, I couldn't even finish the Deku Tree. I cannot play that game. I can't. I just can't seem to get the hang of Zelda games. I just can't do it. I hate it. I don't know what it is. I don't like it. It makes me feel claustrophobic. It just annoys me. The whole concept of the dungeons, just no. But it isn't that I don't like Zelda. Because if I play the original Zelda, I think that one's called The Link to the Past, the one that's 2D and sprites, or if I play any Zelda game that's on the Game Boy Advance or the DS, like A Link Between Worlds or Spirit Tracks, although Spirit Tracks was kind of crap, but, you know, compared to the other ones, but you know what I mean. Hourglass, that was the one. Hourglass was good. The Phantom Hourglass, that was pretty good. I didn't like Spirit Tracks, but I liked Phantom Hourglass. It wasn't so bad. I like the Link Between Worlds, and I like the Link to the Past, and I like Zelda Minish Cap. That was my favourite one. Zelda Minish Cap is still my favourite. And I've still got Seasons of the Ages and Seasons of the Something Else seasons, which I still have to try. Those ones I've still got to play. Which I think that I'll like them, because I tend to like the ones which are 2D. Oh, excuse me, sorry. I mean, I was brought up on Wind Waker, and I absolutely love the environment of Wind Waker, and I really wanted to like it, but I could never get past the pigs. The pigs in the barrels in the castle, and I just hated every time I went into the castle, you know, and I thought, this game's based on dungeons. I kind of hate the dungeons in the game, so I'm obviously just not gonna like it. You know, so I really like the start of Wind Waker, but I just can't get past the dungeons of the game. So I end up just not getting into it, which is a bit sad. I think if I could get past those dang pigs, then I would be pretty good, but I just can't, for some reason, I cannot get past those pigs in Zelda Wind Waker. I cannot do it. There's some games which I'm really good at and I can do really well. Other games that I just screw up on the first step. I don't know what it is. It's just Zelda games don't agree with me. They just don't agree with my fingers. You know what I mean? I don't know whether you've had that feeling where a game just doesn't agree with your fingers. Your fingers are like, nope, I'm not doing this. No. Like when you tried to beat a boss several times and your fingers just give out and you can't do anything right after the 5th attempt, you know, after the 30th attempt. You know, things like that. Well, you know, as I said, Zelda. I don't really like most of the popular games in the Zelda franchise. Unfortunately. And the only ones which I do like are the unpopular ones. Wind Waker, although that one has become popular since it got a bit more of a following since they re-released it on the Wii U. I had it on the GameCube first, ha ha ha. But I do really like Wind Waker. I just can't play it because I'm not good enough. And I really like Zelda Minish Cap and Link to the Past. I love them. Love them. Love. I love 2D games. I've just got a thing about that. There's just something that feels good about playing a 2D game. It's so simple but hard to master. I love games like that. That's why I tend to like Kirby games. But yeah, thanks for listening, and if I think of any other unrelated things, then you can expect part 4. But for now, I can't think of anything, so this might be the end of it. Well, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed my little discussion. I'll see you later. Bye. See you later. Good night.